Hello, everyone, and welcome to our time management webinar part two. Thank you very much again for taking this time to spend with us, and well, we're all looking to improve every day. So we've actually had some incredible things happen today that I think are actually going to give us huge strides in the business and help us grow wildly. But that is not what we're here to talk about. Today we're talking about time management and how to become even more efficient. So I'm going to open my presentation here so you can see it, and we'll get right to it right away. So here we go. So yes, welcome, and thank you again for taking your time to spend here with us. The reason we're doing this is, as you all know, the company mission is to make dreams reality. And because of the fact that we change lives every day, and that everything we do, every single action in our business does bring a champagne moment to someone's lives. We source a property, we joint venture a property, we buy a property and give someone a home or place to live. We flip a property, we do a property. We're giving jobs to builders, to letting agents, to people who need homes, and at the same time we're helping investors and the other side. And for the Swedish Wealth Institute, we're helping people create businesses. We're helping them understand what their goals are and what their dreams are so that they can act on it and make it a reality. And because of that trust and dependence they've put on us, we have to honor that commitment, and we need to improve every single day to be able to live up to that high standard they're putting on us and we put on ourselves. So that's why we want to work on this. So today, following up the last week where we went through the importance of your to-do list and prioritizing your to-do list, that really grabs the things that come up and that you know you need to do. Today we're going to work more on your recurring tasks. So a recurring task is, well, anything that happens recurrently that you have to do every single week or every single day or every single month or every single year. And we're going to work on how do you structure that so you easily get that information every day that, all right, I have to do these things in order to have done my day in addition to my to-do list. So I want you to make a list. So sit down with a pen and paper and list every single thing you have to do each day. It could be health related, relationship related. I mean, it could be you need to drink 4 liters of water a day. It could be you need to spend time with your significant other or your children an hour or two or three every day. It can be personal items like you have to go shopping or whatever it could be, and brush your teeth. And obviously your professional tasks. What do you need to publish a social media post, a branding post? Do you need to talk to someone? Do you need to report? All these things you do every day. And I want you to do the same thing for every week, every month, and every year. So for health, it might be you work out 3 times a week. So that's a weekly task, not a daily task, because you're doing 3 times a week. Monthly, it might be doing a checkup or weighing yourself or looking over your training program and your nutrition program with the trainer. Yearly, it could be setting your goals for the year. It could be every quarter that you set it, so 4 times a year you look over your health goals, your relationship goals, your personal and professional goals. So it's all these things that happen constantly. I want you to take a pen and paper, write them down. All right, so first you write day, week, month, year. Then under each one, you write every single thing that you know is recurring every single year. Every single year you do your taxes, for example. So you write that down. You write all these things in. And then we're going to start working on your weekly plan. So we're going to start small. So first, I want you to take all your daily habits and to-dos and put them on every single day of your weekly plan. So you have a pen and paper. It's a lot of writing in this one, so I hope you brought pen and paper. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and you know the rest. And you add your daily habits and to-dos under each day. Next, you schedule your weekly to-dos. So you go back to your weekly list. And you see, okay, so I need to work out 3 days a week. So what if I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay. I need to publish 3 social media posts. So how about I do that on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays? And you balance it out so you have an even amount of tasks every day. Or if you like, you can front load it or back load it so you get everything out of the way Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and you can work on other type of items later in the week. I like balancing it out, so I know I have to do these 4 things every single day, and they might be different because they're weekly habits as well. And that way you get that structure. Next, we're going to upgrade it and go off to the monthly plan. All right. So for your monthly plan, again, you add your daily habits every day. You schedule in your weekly to-do. So you use your weekly list you just did, and then you add your monthly to-dos. And when you're looking at it like this, so you have your items you do every day, you have your weekly planned out, and you just pick them on 30 days from day 1 being a Monday to day 30 being whatever that comes out to be, a Wednesday, I would guess. And then you add in your monthly to-dos into that, okay? Once you've done this, so now you have your list of daily habits, which has gone into your weekly plan, and then you have your monthly plan that kind of coincides with your weekly plan, so you can see how these different parts work together. And I want you to add it to your calendar. So you can add your daily habits, and you just take recurring every day. Then you add in your weekly, and you take recurring every week. You can choose which days of the week. And then you put in your monthly to-dos at the days of the month you've chosen, the 3rd, the 5th, the 7th, the 10th, the 12th, the 14th, and then you choose monthly. Then guess what? You do the same thing with your yearly tasks, and you put them in. This way, every day when you open your calendar, you'll know, what is it I need to do today? For example, for me, I have Thursdays, I do these webinars. So that way it's in my calendar. We have our leadership meetings, that's in my calendar. That way you have this structure. You know every single day what's going to come out and where is it going to go. So it's very simple. That is all I want you to do this week. It's a lot of homework. I know you got to write down a lot of stuff. This is probably an even worse exercise than the one I gave you last week, but I promise you this one will pay insane dividends. So make sure to do it and do it well. Grab everything. Next week, we'll be on our last time management webinar. We'll go into unexpected emergencies. And again, we'll go back to the cash flow the quadrants, and we'll look at, is it a type 1 or a type 3? Then we'll focus on your intent. There are 2 ways to do any task. There's to do it, and there's to do it with the intent to improve. So we're going to look at that and how we can use that to make us better. And then we're going to boil it all down. All these exercises we've done, everything we've put together so far, will crystallize and come out in your daily to-do list. And you'll know that, where do I start every day? Which task do I begin with? When do I expect to be finished? And when will my day be over? And your time management will have gone through the roof. Your efficiency will have gone through the roof. And your life will become so much easier and so much wealthier in all parts of your life. So thank you again for being a part of this. And as always, if you have questions, just let me know, or talk to anyone in the team, of course, and we will obviously gladly help out. So thanks again, everyone, for being a part of this. And, well, I hope to see you all soon. So thanks a lot. And, again, we'll speak soon. Thank you very much.
So hopefully we can get some progress. Our next Thursday webinar will be the last one of this series, and then we'll start with another subject. So if we dive straight in, as you all know, the reason we're doing this and why we're going to keep doing this as long as you all feel this has been valuable to you is because of our vision and mission, and the importance of what we're doing, that we're really bringing champagne moments to people's lives. I mean, just this week, we've sourced a couple deals, and I know those people have been over the moon in doing their first and second properties. I've brought in a couple new investors, which has led them to seeing that they're reaching their future. Their idea is doing it as a pension saving. So they're looking at about 30-year horizon here and seeing how much the value of their investment will increase by. So it's very, very important what we do. And we have a lot of competitors who are trying to do the same thing, and a lot of them not really as noble as we are, if you care to put it that way. And that is why it's so important that we really put in the effort to improve and become better, because these people are trusting us, they're believing in us, and we have to improve every single day. So what we've covered so far is, first of all, why you need a to-do list, to get that structure, to get that efficiency, and to get that clarity of mind, what you can work on, and get the clutter out of your head. We've worked on how to prioritize your list. We covered the quadrant prioritizing, the A to E prioritizing, and also just what I do, the order prioritizing. We've discussed how to handle recurring tasks, putting them into a daily, weekly, and monthly, and even an annual calendar so that you have them come up during the year. And we've also discussed how to integrate those recurring tasks into your calendar, and then how to handle your meetings in that calendar. What we're going to do today is we're going to go through your unexpected emergencies, things that you haven't been able to plan for, that just come out of nowhere and completely shoots your plans awry. And then we're going to look at how do we take all these things we've done and distill it down into a daily to-do list. And then we're going to cover what do you do when you feel overwhelmed. And I'm going to talk a little about a couple days ago when I had that exact feeling. So first of all, what is an emergency? What is an unexpected occurrence? I would say an emergency doesn't have to be a negative thing. It just means this is something that comes onto your desk all of a sudden, and it's like, wow, this has to be done. Okay? So it can be something wonderful. It can be something horrible, and it can be anything in between. And what you first off have to do is you have to identify, where is this in the 4 quadrants? Okay? Is this a type 1 task? Is it very important? Will it have huge ramifications? And does it have to be done now? If it is, all right, then we have to respect it. Usually, though, these are actually quadrant 3 tasks, which means they are, oh my God, it has to be done now. But it might not be that important. It doesn't have those big effects. And really, we could put it off to later. And often, or sometimes, it will be a quadrant 2 task, which means it will be a task that is important, but isn't an emergency, doesn't have to be done now, even though you might think so. And the worst is if it's quadrant 4, that it's not an emergency, it's not important, and you really don't need to do it. So in those cases, just put it aside. So to grab all these, we're going to use something that we call an inbox. Just like your email inbox, the easiest way to do it, at least when you're starting out, is to get a tray, just a little tray, where, back in the day when they had office memos, they would put them in this little plastic tray thing. So you get one of those and put it on your desks and call it inbox. Okay, you can put a little note on it that says inbox. As soon as something comes up, you want to have kind of a little post-it note pile or just cards where you just write down what the task is. As soon as it comes up, you get a Facebook message from me, you get a phone call from someone else in the team, you get an email, write it down, and then you put it in your inbox. Okay? So that's the first step. You just put it in the inbox. All right. And then once a day or twice a day, it depends on how you handle that pressure, you go through this inbox, and then you add the items to your master to-do list. And if it is something that's big, you put it in your daily to-do list, okay? The one exception to this rule is if it is an emergency, if it really is a type 1 task, okay? If it is a quadrant 1 task, then all right, you put it straight away into your daily to-do list. You decide Is it the first thing I should do, the second, the third, and you just put it in your prioritization. And it might mean, okay, I have to put everything else aside to prioritize this, and then you do. But usually it's okay to go in the inbox if you know that inbox will be emptied later on today. And once you put the things in, you reprioritize. So you say, all right, is this going to be first, second, fifth, 10th on my to-do list? So it's really pretty simple. All right, now comes the fun part. We're going to work out from all these things we do, how do we get your daily to-do list? Okay. So first, you've, of course, created your daily, monthly, weekly, and annual calendar, your recurring tasks. So you start the day by checking, all right, what are the recurring tasks that I need to do today? All right, I need to put out these posts, I need to send these emails, I need to contact these people, whatever it is that you need to do every day, every month, and that came up on today, you put it on your daily to-do list, all right? You should just write it down. These are the things I need to do. Next, you check your calendar. So you see, all right, do I have any meetings today? Well, today, personally, I have 5 meetings, so I've had to put that in my to-do list. So, all right, I know that will take me about 5 hours of my day, so that cuts in a lot into what I can do today. And then, depending on how much time you have, so if you have 10 recurring tasks to do today, you have 5 meetings, well, maybe you won't be able to do that much from your to-do list. But if you only have 2 things from your recurring that are small things, you might even not have a meeting, well, then you can really go after your master to-do list. Okay, so try to control it so that you feel that you can handle the day. This is your to-do list, so you make the call, what can you do? And once you have everything added to that to-do list, you prioritize it. So what we've done now is we've grabbed your recurring tasks, your meetings, your master to-do list, and of course you have your unexpected emergencies from your inbox, and all that gets distilled down into a daily to-do list. So now you know, okay, I'm doing these 15 things today. Where do I start? And you pick the first task, the second task, the third task, and you either just use the order technique, which is what I do, just say, hey, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, there, I'm done. Or you go in and you actually say, is this quadrant 1, 2, 3, or 4? Or is A to E? And you go through and prioritize the list. And then you start with number 1. That's how simple life should be. You start with number 1 on your list, and you do it until it is done. And then you go to number 2, and you do it until it is done. And you go to number 3, and you do it until it is done. Okay? And of course, this kind of comes with the caveat that you have to sometimes shut off your phone, shut off your email, and just work. Because otherwise, you'll get all these things coming around. And I can tell you, most emergencies, if they're not handled within 2 hours, it's okay. Usually is okay. What happened to me a couple days ago, I mean, I do this every single day. I know that to a T. It just comes naturally. That's how I live and work and function. But yeah, I think it was 2 days ago, I looked at my to-do list in the morning, and there were like 15 items on there, and they were not small items either. They were, there were hour-long meetings, couple-hour meetings. There were tasks that I knew I had to build, the entire funnels, and it was just a lot of very deep, complex things. And there were some emotionally tough things where I have to talk to people, I have to have tough discussions. So we're huge tasks, many tasks, and emotionally draining tasks all on the same list. And I knew I had to do all of this today. I could not put anything off. And I just felt completely overwhelmed. I just felt, I don't even know, even if I start, I'll be forever. I'll never be able to do this. And I don't usually get this feeling, but this was a tough day. We hadn't had enough sleep in the night, and it was just an insane to-do list. So I actually took a little break, all right? And it feels counterintuitive. I had too much to do, so I decided not to do anything for about 10 minutes. So I just took a little walk. I just got outside and just, oh my God, it's too much. It's too much. What do I do? And I just calmed myself down. I found my center, and I realized, you know what? First of all, I think I can do it. Second of all, Why don't I just start with the first task and we see how far it goes? The funny thing is, with all this that I thought would take me 2 days at least to do and had to do by one day, even with the break, I was done by lunch. At 12:30, I went to eat lunch and realized I had one small task left. I went in, I did it by about 1:30, I was done. I was done with the most insane to-do list I'd had in a long, long time, and it was only 1:30. So I could add more stuff and I could do even more. And that's what happens when you find your center and you work systemized, one thing at a time, focused. You can do so much more than you can ever believe. And I mean, I've overwhelmed myself many times, and I've shocked myself with what I can do many times, and still I can still surprise myself because of the efficiency that comes with this. To take a deep breath and calm yourself is so important when you're doing this. Another technique that is pretty cool is something I learned at, I think it was a Stanford course I took, either Stanford or University of California, UCLA. It's called the Pomodoro technique. Okay, and what you do is you just take a timer. You say, okay, I'm taking the first item on my list and I'm going to work 15 minutes on it. After 15 minutes, I've earned myself a reward. I'm gonna either get a little piece of candy, or I'm gonna meditate a while. I'm just gonna take a 5-minute break. You know, you take a small break and you do something else. Just, well done, me. And it's 15 minutes. And you just do that. You can do that the whole day. 15 minutes, focused. And then, okay, good. Now I can check my email. I can check my phone. I can check my messages. Take a 5-minute break. And then back again, 15 minutes, full focus. And the Pomodoro technique is very, very popular. It is very efficient because you can really focus 110% for 15 minutes, and then you're allowed to take a break. And you'll see how efficient you are during those 15 minutes that you can't wait to get through that break. It's like, but why do I need to stop for 15 minutes? And here's the wonderful thing. If you're feeling that good, you don't have to. You can set 15 minutes direct again, and you go, and you go, and you go, and you go, and you'll get so much done that you'll shock yourself. So the Pomodoro technique is one of those great things that when you're feeling, oh my God, this is just too much, I can't do it, just promise yourself 15 minutes. Just say, you know what, I'll do 15 minutes. And if you're still feeling completely overwhelmed, well, take a break, take a little walk, go out a little, and feel proud that you did 15 minutes of focused work. And always remember, once you have your daily to-do list, put it away. Now you just have the first item on that list. You don't have the other stuff. You have item 1 until it's done. Okay? So that was all really for this week. And what we're going to work on next week is intent. And then we're going to cover some email and social media techniques, some ways to get more efficient, but also get that constant connectivity problem that we have that causes stress, that causes issue, that causes anxiety. And we're going to look at how do we structure that to get control over your emails, to get control over your social media, and take your time and life and energy back. So that was everything for this week. Thank you so much for coming on the call. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all, speaking to you all soon. Thank you very much.